Hey guys, I thought I'll make a quick little video. I'm testing out, trying to figure out better ways to record on my phone. So on YouTube it would show the full screen, so it'll be better quality for you guys. So I'm making a quick video about my tool setup. That any mechanic or hobbyist needs, or when you're young, you obviously want to work on the car. You get a little tool set. This is only 30 bucks at Walmart. I bought it about 4 or 5 months ago. It's done me good. I've lost some stuff, lost some bits. And it's pretty good, only for 30 bucks. It's good for the basic stuff. If you're pulling out an engine, it's probably not the best. These sockets could break, or the ratchet could break, because the torque on some of the bolts for the engine, like the brackets, could break the ratchet or break the socket. When you're really getting to getting really deep in the car, taking off very tight bolts, this is not always the best option. Maybe the ratchet. The ratchet is pretty decent for a Walmart ratchet. It's done me well. It's handled some foot-pounds, and it's done me good. I've at least taken off bolts with a little bit over 90 foot-pounds, 80 foot-pounds. I'm sorry, but the sockets, they break easily. They've handled some foot-pounds, but they break pretty easily. I had a 14 millimeter that broke when I was taking off the head bolts for the other engine, and that didn't do me no good. So an alternative for that is impact sockets. Now, impact sockets are for impact guns. They're made to handle the high RPMs, and I promise you, these won't break on you unless you're doing something that's, I don't know, on a spacecraft. But this is what you need. I know they're for an impact gun, but you could use them for a ratchet. There's nobody says that you can't. These are better sockets than the regular chrome sockets, and these are perfect. I used it for everything instead of opening that all the time looking for it. This is all here. It's a 10 to 22. There is not 11 in this, I don't think. But that's the only downside of it, is that we're missing a size. That's about it. Now, when you get a jack and jack stand, this is a whole nother level on the things that you could do when working on your car. You could jack up your car easily, put jack stands on it, and change the oil, and you have way more clearance. Rotate your tires, gas tank, whatever you want to do. This is just a whole nother level on what you can do. For this jack and these two jack stands and two other jack stands, I got a good deal for $110. I bought on OfferUp, and I'm glad I got this deal. The dude was moving, and he said he'll sell it for $110. He did say $120, but I talked him to $110, and it was perfect. And he didn't need them. That's when I got this on OfferUp. You got to find good deals on that if you're starting off as a mechanic. You got to find these deals, and then you'll get sweet deals like this. This is a 3-ton jack. That's 6,000 pounds. Which is way more lift than I need, because that car is only like 2,500 pounds, and the jack's phenomenal. I have 4 of them, so I could lift the whole car up. This rule, or not rule basically, but the main thing, which is I'd say one of the most important things that you need, is they need space. You need space to put your tools, your parts. You just need a space. This workbench. I did not buy this workbench. I actually got it for free. My auntie, she had this workbench, and she had it in her garage, and she put a whole gym in her garage. So this was sitting outside for about a year. And I asked her, I said, I'll buy it for like 40 bucks. And she's like, no, you could just keep it for free. But sometimes you can't get lucky like this. So like I said, with the jack stands and jack, look on OfferUp. Look for a toolbox, the big ones, the metal rolling ones, or a tool bench. And when I got this, there's so many things I could put on it. I have everything stored up there for the engine when I put it back in. Everything's labeled. So main thing, space. Impact gun. I love this thing. This thing is done so well. Takes off bolts quick. The ones that are really tightened down, you would want to use the impact gun. I bought this gun for 77 bucks from Harbor Freight. It was a Black Friday sale, and they had this on it, so I bought it. It was originally 90 bucks, I think. Bought it for 77 though. I did a $10 1-year warranty plan, and that really worked out, and glad I have it. And also gloves. You want to have some gloves when you're working on cars. It just helps. You don't cut your hands. I cut my hands the other day, and that's very important. A breaker bar and a torque wrench, and these really help really well. I'm borrowing this from my uncle. He let me borrow it. This is actually the breaker bar I use to take off the passenger side axle nut, and then when I try to take off the driver side axle nut, the size reducer broke. So that's when I used the impact gun with the axle socket, and it took it off quick. That's how I just love the impact gun. It took it off in seconds. But this is when you're taking off tighter bolts and you need that good leverage, and I would recommend getting one of these. This is a heavy duty one, and this is a very expensive one that my uncle let me use, so I appreciate that. But you can go to Harbor Freight and get one for like 20 bucks. They're pretty thin. They can break if you're doing something really, really tight, but they help really a lot. So, and then now we go to the torque wrench. The torque wrench is phenomenal, but it's mainly when you use it when you get things specific, and usually when you get things specific, that's when you're like tightening down engine components inside of the engine. Like when I was replacing the head gasket on the engine, not this one, the other one. I used the torque wrench to tighten down the ARP head bolts, and you adjust it over here by turning this and unlocking it and locking it with this little knob right here. And yeah, that's about it for the video. You're also going to want some goggles, magnets, accessories, and all that. But I know how it is not having any space and barely any tools, and this took me a while to get all this together, but it's possible. I'm pretty young for be able to have all this. All of this is mine, except for what I'm borrowing right there. But yeah, you could do this. I'm pretty young. Obviously not gonna tell you guys my age because I don't feel comfortable giving that out. But yeah, this, I know my mom would yell at me sometimes because I had all my tools everywhere and everything wasn't organized. So make sure you have a space and all that. And I hope if there's anything that you want to ask me, please put it in the comments. I might know it, or I can make a video about it. But I appreciate it if you like the video and subscribe. It would help a lot. I'm just starting the YouTube channel. Hope you guys learned something. And appreciate it. Hope you have a good day.